Chat, we go. We have ourselves a best of 5. Another game of swiftt versus an English 1v1er. Now, swiftt has 152 ping on this server. Gomb at around 100, which is what I expect the English 1v1ers to get. But we checked out a couple different servers for swiftt. He said he's down to play this one. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know if this is what he normally gets. I feel like we got him a slightly better one last time around. But swiftt has continued to grind since the last time we had him on stream, in which Toxic gave him a nice welcome to 1v1 show matches. swiftt has only continued to get higher in the ranked 1s leaderboard. So today, we're going to put him up against a different English player in Gomb. Gomb's been having some good success with Guild in 3v3 recently. It hasn't been much in the 1 scene, but we'll see how he fares against a guy like swiftt on US East. I've always felt like Sam versus EU on US East is a little bit more fair than the normal matches that Sam does, which is just plays on US East against US East players, which is even harder to do because they're on their home server. But Gomb is on his away server. Not quite as used to 80 ping, of course. Nothing will ever compare to what the South American players do. The next closest thing is what the Middle East players do, like Nupo, who plays pretty much all of his matches on 100 ping, if not a little bit more. And it's because of those people that they just ruin, you know, our perspective on ping in general. If anybody has a tough game because of the ping, the first thing that comes to all of our minds is, well, KV1 dominated on 140 and Nupo wins all of his matches on 100. What do you mean? Oh my goodness, Gomb. Gomb going the full distance of the field and doing his Gomb-like things. As he gets a reset, falls far away from the ball and flips to get the final touch inside the far post. Get this man a flight. 150 ping is criminal. Well, hopefully we get him into the RLCS soon. Once we get him into the RLCS, maybe he can start qualifying for some majors that pull him out of South America and into some more fair ping. Because, as we all know, Yan, for the longest time, he was probably one of the best ones players in the world, and nobody really knew because he just never played them. Wasn't in US East often enough for people to find out, but now that he's been in North America, everybody recognizes he's one of the best. KV1 did a lot to put South American players on the map by just winning with 140 ping. Can swiftt do that today? Right now he's got a tie game with Gomb. Gomb bursts onto the scene with a win over Raziers. I think if you go and look at his history on rlduels.gg, still might be one of his best wins, because Raziers is certainly a very high-level player. If you guys were watching Moxie, who I believe is live still and will be live through the next match as well, in which he's playing in, Gomb was getting some warm-up rank matches against one of Moxie's many accounts he uses to grind to rank 1. Yo, that's messed up, Feer. Wait, what did I do that was messed up? swiftt flicks into the top left. Makes it 5-2. Kickoff win and conversion. Fear, we told you like 10,000 times to make the Dark versus Zen game. Listen, I know you guys want Dark versus Zen, but Dark is not in the competitive 1 scene, I don't think, like he was when he was beating Daniel and starting out in the scene. He doesn't seem to be taking 1s as seriously, and there may be no tougher opponent than Zen. So maybe. We'll see if they'd be interested in doing that. Might get it to happen sometime. But for now, we'll have to wait and see. swiftt up 5-3. Halfway through this game. swiftt making a couple different takes on net before finally popping the ball behind. Gomb just gets completely frozen in his tracks. Will Moxie be a away server? Yeah, technically he will be a away server. That's because Cosmic is US West and cannot afford to play any farther away. Gomb should be able to score this. No, swiftt actually recovers from the ceiling as he goes high on the air dribble. Gomb actually never really took the air dribble too high. He's going to try again. swiftt immediately to the ceiling as the air dribble starts. He will go back down to the ground, has the read, and pinches the save off the crossbar. Not going to let Gomb clip again like he did earlier to start the game. Gomb trying to play the aerial 1v1 game. Falls a bit short. And has to take the ground turtle shot, something that swiftt is ready for. I'm not sure what swiftt was hoping to do with this one. Seemed like he was trying to set up a musty, but then he ended up pogoing onto the ground and then did neither, but does recover to the ball faster than Gomb. It's hard to blame Gomb for thinking that swiftt's recovery after nosediving was not going to be quick enough to beat him to the ball, but it was indeed. And Gomb punishing on the fake kickoff. And will flick it to the top left. swiftt, another kickoff win. He is really pulling away. Up 8-4 with a minute left to go. Gomb trying to pop the ball. Actually just sends it directly into the pre-jump by swiftt. And the flick will get sent away. So with a minute left to go, swiftt looking to turn around the slow start that he had in his previous match as he launches a reset just over the top of Gomb. Gomb rotating back. You see him hit the brakes here as the ball comes down to the ground, expecting swiftt to bring it down. But he does effectively use the reset. And that is not going to work on a delay kickoff. 10-4. swiftt on the board. Did I get my GC rewards? I did. I know you guys were really worried about that for me. And I was able to finish off getting them before the season ended. swiftt leaves this corner boost. Gomb trying to get one for the road here as we head to game number 2. We have an Octane in this match, which is something that we don't see much anymore, it feels like. Gomb not wearing his classic Slurpee decal or his guild decal. I feel like I've seen him play almost all his show matches in those. swiftt gonna let it hit the ground. 11-4. Gomb was playing it close for the first couple minutes, but swiftt absolutely tears away in the latter half. Game number 2, swiftt and Gomb. Gomb needs to do his best to control kickoffs here, as that was part of swift's big run. swiftt is looking to get his aerial game started, something he was not really able to do against Toxic, who put that resounding pressure on him. Gomb will head back to his net on occasion in defense. Give swiftt the kind of time to set these up. Quick recovery. swiftt, did he put it on target? He did, just barely. Off the post and in. Take the early lead. Gomb trying to attack the other way, reset wave dash. See swiftt taking his half circle to pick up pads. Gomb never really puts anything on target, but he does have swiftt starved out. No control of any for the boosts on the field. But control of the ball. Swiftt tries his best to dash. He's going to have to avoid this Gomb demo, and he does. Going high around the ball. Gets a bit overzealous, thinking he can continue to keep it away. Gomb gets his touch. What is that setup from Gomb? Might have just got himself scored on. Long shot to the back wall. Very ambitious from swiftt to expect Gomb to not be able to get a touch to clear that. Gomb now, full distance. Full distance takeaway as swiftt gets a bit more comfortable going for these outside the box plays. Gomb is going to be able to find opportunities to counter. Swiftt can't convert on the kickoff. Has Gomb in nets. Turtle tries to go near post. Gomb recovers in time. Wants the pinch. And it might have hit the back wall before Swiftt could get there, but it's off target. Swiftt trying to get him for the low musty. Cannot get the power on it. Ends up giving up control. Gomb, turtle, stolen, and swiftt back in the lead. Late kickoff from swiftt. Didn't seem intentional though. Seemed like a missed boost grab on the way to the ball, but pays off as he has control, and he goes for that same shot he's been trying to set up this time. He does it with a little bit of air underneath him. Before, he's trying to set him up at ground level, which is not impossible, but you have to get a ton of extra height on it this time because it's already set up. All he has to do is launch it laterally. He's got himself a 2-goal lead. Swiftt into the back corner, ceiling resets. Is he going to go for pogo? It looks like he's going to. He's actually just going to force it. Swiftt gets his 4th goal in style. He didn't quite pogo because he didn't bounce up, but he just uses his boost to get back to the ball, and it all counts just the same. 4-1 for Swiftt. Swiftt half flipping on the kickoff. Slams in a 5th goal. Seems to have Gomb figured out. We saw Gomb score on a half flip kickoff earlier. This time around, Gomb, if he didn't get the read, he's completely given up on the kickoff. Not coming to it at all. Swift's going to get to go to work. Ceiling reset to the back wall. The double. Swiftt in the zone. Gomb has to do his best not to fall out of the zone. So he lets Swiftt have this one for free, and you can see a bit of tilt as he doesn't want to react to the dribble. He doesn't want to believe that it's headed to his net, but it is. Swiftt, ground pinch. This one sent directly at Gomb. Going to have a lot more power if he wants to convert on that. Gomb pinch with the crossbar. Trying to wave dash his way back to midfield. Swiftt, you can see, is starting to get a lot more comfortable. We never really saw this from him when he was playing against Toxic. And obviously, it's a different game context now. But Swiftt, when he played his previous match, said right away, I want to get right back on the horse. Get me back in another match, Feer. And I'll show you what I can do. And I feel like he's showing us what he can do now here against Gomb. Swiftt just barely prevented from getting his 8th. As he dashes back to the corner. Gomb is able to get the 100. Cannot get the power from the flick to convert, but he snags a demo. Plays this well. Might be able to... Oh, that's not playing it well. He needed to play it quickly. And just riding underneath the ball. No touch. Gives all the time in the world for Swiftt to close the distance. Full field dribble from Swiftt. Musty Not able to follow it up as he drops the ball too low. Gomb back the other way. Gonna try and pinch, and he does! Gomb! What an insane shot to get his second goal. I mean, I don't think it's going to matter in the long run. He has not nearly enough time to get 5 goals, but 142 kilometer per hour pinch is certainly nothing to shake your head at. Scribbles played in... First off, if this is how all the kickoffs are going to go, maybe Gomb does have time. Scribbles played in the next gen. Not sure if he was ever on my channel because we did split the games. I think with maybe Hootie Hoo, but I think we had him at least once or twice playing on my channel. I don't know how much Scribbles has worked on his ones game since then, if he's been able to up it even more. But I know I see him playing alongside a lot of the top North American pros. "13 seconds left to go. swiftt in his redemption game. Gonna put himself up 2-0. Gomb has one more chance and slots it. You should have on Alpha Kep. I would be willing to have on Alpha Kep. I don't think he's been interested in 1v1 show matches for a while. I think he likes to stream and recognizes that time spent just streaming over potentially doing a show match is better for him. That's the impression I got. Game number 3. swiftt and Gomb. swiftt, a very interesting start to his kickoff, trying to get around the side of the ball. And that was exactly the recipe that got him directly scored on late in game 2. We see Gomb back in the Slurpee decal, trying to channel the car he used for his previous show match wins. And it's got himself an early lead. Losing with 10 ping is a crime. He doesn't have 10 ping. Gomb has 80 ping. Wait, is this on target? Ooh, just barely wide. That's a nice side flip shot from swiftt at midfield. swiftt seems confident in the aerial game now as he sets this one up from the ceiling. Gomb tried to pre-jump to stop it, but the reset gives it the speed it needs. It's 122 kilometers per hour when it crosses, but I do think Gomb accelerated it there a little bit. I think I've had Justin on for a 1v1 one time, and I want to say... Oh, swiftt. Double resets. Absolutely popping off. I want to say that he came to stream and requested it in chat. I think that's how it happened. Because I don't have connections with Justin in other forms, I don't think. Gomb collects boost and doesn't rush to make this save. Knows he's got time to do it, but doing so maybe baits swiftt in. And thought maybe he could get this demo here. He actually ends up launching the pass to Gomb. And no demo was connected. So it's a tie game. Gomb to the air. I don't think he got the reset. Maybe he was going to go for some sort of ground pinch in order to bring the ball on target. swiftt launches a flick to get the boost steal. Bumped away. Is he going to be able to recover faster than Gomb? He decides not to commit to it. Even though he maybe had the win, he knew staying grounded meant that if he didn't, then he wouldn't be giving up a goal the other way. A wise decision at that, as he's able to recover to stop Gomb. Now trying to play a bit of keep away. Gets to the corner boost first. Takes the midfield as well. Gomb on the ball, though. Decides to attack directly at the nets. Forcing a save on the post. And what Gomb wanted was an opportunity to gain possession and boost, which he's able to do. swiftt off the ceiling does not intercept. Gomb actually made his way back. Gomb was just trying to style. I think Gomb could have taken the goal for free, but thought he had it without any contest, so thought he might as well throw some spice into it. Instead, swiftt bumps him from behind and keeps the game tied up. Swiftt. Reset double. To get broken up by Gomb as he looks to try and maintain possession. Onto his back wall. Starts the dribble. This is going to have to land way short of the nets. Not even making it past the midfield line. Gomb steals it away. Bounce dribble from him. Great flick as he air rolls into it and gets a level of power that Swiftt was not ready for. I don't know if that's a good wave dash by Swiftt either, as he just turns ball cam off and wave dashes without even looking. That cannot be the best way to play defense. Swiftt, kickoff win, tries to convert with a goal line 50. Was hoping he could delay his dribble long enough for this 100 boost to spawn as he went up the side wall, but got there just a bit too early. Had to double back. Has forced Gomb off the possession here. Wants to get a bump. Just encourages him to hit the save with a bit more power. Now with a boost steal in the corner. Can he get the angle? He can! Swiftt follows it back up. It was not in until he 50'd it on the post. Gomb thought he was a bit more safe than he really was. Gomb wave dashing into the ceiling. He's trying to set up his freestyle, and he's always been a very flashy player when it comes to show matches, and looks like his strategy is not going to change at all. Even with Swiftt up 2-0 and a tie game, a minute 30 left to go. Swiftt playing a bit of keep away. Not the best touch to start this possession, but he actually almost converts. He does! He does convert! How does Swiftt bring this back on target? I thought for sure the opportunity to score had passed, but he gets a little pogo catch and then gets it off the post and in. Unbelievable from Swiftt. He holds the lead again with a minute 18 left to go. Swiftt to the side wall. Reset off the ceiling. Does not connect on the musty, so the ball drops to Gomb, who's going to try and clip back the other way. Oh, a little pogo shot in efforts to tie it. It gets a bit too much height on it. Gomb's not going to be able to stay in control of this possession, though. As Swiftt, close on his tail, steals it away off the wall. The recovery from Gomb. This should be a tie game. So, wait, maybe not. I feel like Gomb could have played it better. Swiftt was not going to be recovering anytime soon. But Gomb's first touch brought the ball to the back wall where it was unshootable. Gomb now to the ground. The double wide of the nets. Swiftt launches the ball back to the orange half, but doesn't stay in control of it. Now he needs to try and box out Gomb to prevent him from having an angle on a shot. Swiftt overshoots it on the save, and it'll be a tie game. 11 seconds on the clock. Swiftt a goal away from finishing his perfect sweep. Gomb trying to stay alive. Will it be a 0-second goal for Swiftt? Wall to air dribble resets. Plays it slow. Places it top right, and it's not quite 0 seconds, but it is a masterful shot. Gomb gives him that kind of space off the kickoff and tried to jump to protect where he thought the ball was going. Swiftt slots it behind him. 2 seconds now. Fake kickoff from Swiftt. Tap to the back wall. Gomb has to score with his final opportunity, but Swiftt will tap it down, and it's a GG's. A sweep over Gomb and redemption over another Englishman with a 3-0.